Microphone checkmate. All right, we are live. Welcome to another Neverending Studios production of The Neverending Becoming.
Welcome to The Neverending Becoming. Yes, how appropriate. This is James with Rob again. Coming right at you. Trying to make some additions to the studio. We got some fabric on the microphones. Got some fabric on the walls.
Hells yeah. Because where are the mini basketballs? That's what I want to know.
We did
Got
put up a
this
backboard
sweet
too
rim
in
up
the
here.
in the studio. Well, you want to be playful anytime you're in a creative, artistic space. You want to make sure people can do easy creative things too, like shooting a basketball, not just hard creative things like crafting a song.
Some would argue shooting a basketball is very difficult though.
Yeah, well, that's I think what kind of snaps you into a different mindset, right?
Yeah.
If you go to shoot some hoops versus doing anything else,
Yeah.
it's just totally not the same. I know I have a specific basketball love though, so that might be my own.
But I would argue shooting a basketball is kind of like getting your driver's license renewed at the DMV.
In what
kidding.
way?
I'm just kidding.
Pulling up to the line like you pull up
You
to the
need
counter.
patience. Yeah.
Prepared to get your government documentation.
Yep. Have everything ready.
To be fully legitimized.
That's
in the
a
eyes of the
racket, man.
state.
Erica still hasn't, my girlfriend Erica, again, to the listeners, she still hasn't.
Rob, you're getting good at this.
She still hasn't gotten her license renewed because she hates the DMV, you know?
Well, I can't say it's known for excellent customer service, right?
Yeah, it's atrocious, man.
What specific stories has she had there? She had some rough ones? Tough outing just never...
She hasn't actually given me any stories, but, you know, it's like, because I don't need them, you know, I have my own, or like I have my own experience. Like one time I went there pretty recently to get my license renewed, and some woman came to the counter, like a customer, and she couldn't speak English that well, and then the lady at the, you know, desk, whatever, was being so rude to her. Like, no, this is the wrong one. You need this one. Come back when you have the right stuff. And
that's like, funny. Actually, my girlfriend Shavana was at the DMV recently. She's an immigrant, and someone was like, where's your visa? Let me see your green card. Like sort of shit.
Oh my God.
It's like waiting to get a fucking driver's license.
Yeah, it's insane.
It happens, yeah.
But I don't know. I lately have been thinking, I think we need stricter regulations for getting your license.
Really?
Yeah.
You're trying to tighten the belt?
Yeah.
You're trying to make the process harder on people?
Yeah. We should literally have to jump through hoops.
What is it?
There are a lot of bad drivers out there.
Literally jump through hoops.
Yeah. With a car.
That's okay. If you can go off one of those like little speed bumps, I think maybe you can get through it.
Yeah.
If you're in the right kind of car, a Jeep Wrangler. Yeah. Just pop one of those speed bumps going by.
Get some NOS.
60.
Right as you're about to hit it. No, but for real, there are a lot of bad drivers out there.
Okay, well,
so many bad drivers.
So you're used to driving in Chicago. It's a pretty big city. We got a few million people.
Yep. Just a few, though.
Decent sprawl. I don't know. Driving isn't notoriously bad here. It's not like hard to drive in Chicago.
No, it's not.
I was just in Kathmandu, the driving that was there, like the crisscross, everyone, you know, kind of at the same time. Like it's a whole nother level of concentration versus here you can zone out the lights, you know. It's just much more tame.
It's that grid.
Yeah.
That grid.
Yeah, being rectangular,
you know?
highly rectangular.
Are you talking about how like it's the
too,
roundabout, whatever?
Roads, yeah, no, definitely.
That gives me
road
anxiety.
Quality, road style,
yeah,
road orientation, obviously, in terms of this being rectangular.
Of course.
Really easy here. Just going, north-south or east or west, or the occasional diagonal streets.
Yeah. Well, I was just trying to think about what's the scariest like intersection to go by or to deal with.
In the city of Chicago?
Yeah. There's not really one that pops out. For the
it's got to be
you were just talking
It's got to be a six corners one
for sure,
which limits it, right? That or something downtown or with a lot of specific traffic.
Of course,
like maybe pedestrian and bike and automobile.
And it's usually the ones where like the street.
It's got to be Wicker
Park. Yeah, Wicker Park for sure.
It's not that bad.
I don't know, Damon, North, and Milwaukee.
The
it's a shit show over there, man. You have like pedestrians constantly crossing when they shouldn't be going. Oops.
That's something that freaks you out is someone being on foot too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, tons of people too. Wrigleyville. It might be Wrigleyville. It's one of the worst actual intersections. Cubs game, Wrigleyville.
Right.
That would be it right there.
Yeah, if you're
pandemonium.
Yeah,
drunk people. High percentage of inebriated individuals. Come on, give me a break.
I was just over there.
Were you really?
By the Metro. Yeah, I went to that concert.
Last night. So tell me, any bad
Wait,
intersections or?
No, but Friday. It was Friday. Went to the metro.
Okay.
Foot traffic was pretty good. Yeah.
Moderate. It was.
There's actually nobody around.
It was
there.
the end of January.
Yeah. But we got there.
Full hibernation season.
Got in. First band wasn't that crowded. Then it got pretty crowded. But
Okay.
even afterwards, it was like easy to walk. Like maybe because we were walking in the direction that nobody wants to go to afterwards. But I don't know.
Possibly
decent,
northwest.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. Yeah, definitely not the most common direction.
Speaking of Northwest, I want to get back to that bad driver conversation.
Sure.
You know, it's just so I've recently moved from not Humboldt Park, almost Humboldt Park, Logan Square to all the way. So Logan Square, southeast from here.
Mm-hmm.
We're pretty far northwest compared to there.
Rob's family lives in Logan Square. We
Yes.
lived in Logan Square together.
Yeah, multiple years.
Common neighborhood, northwest side of Chicago.
Yeah, and
A lot of hipsters.
so now in this area that I live in / you live into, well, you live technically in North Mayfair Park, Albany Park, right? I live in technically Portage Park.
We're going hard on the neighborhood geography.
We are,
for
yeah, let's hit it
Chicago
hard,
listeners.
yeah.
I wanted a Chicago episode. I'm glad it's finally
Awesome.
happening now.
Hell yeah. So anyway, in Portage Park,
Northwest.
there, just for whatever reason, there's a lot of people who, you know, it's just like
Let's hear it.
going down Montrose and Long. That's the street I live on, Long, right off of
What are they
Montrose.
doing? What are they doing, Rob?
They're insane. They're just driving so fucking fast and so reckless.
Are they pepped up on coffee from a nearby brew house in the area? Are they
I don't know, man.
on drugs? Is it like they're
I think
on
it's the
cocaine?
crack epidemic in Portage. No, I'm kidding. No, but listen. So it's just like a mix. You have like all these drivers who like they don't even stop at the stop signs like on Long on these side streets, and then you have.
Okay. But how
some
are you going to
drivers-
screen for this at your DMV process when you actually have the DMV changes come into play?
So see, what they need to have is video style game, little driving hubs, whatever.
Do they have to train in a simulator for like 1,000 hours? Like,
Yes, I
like
think
they-
it should be
they have to
minimum.
play Grand Theft Auto.
Depending on how heavy your car is, you know, it dictates how many hours you have to be in there.
No shit.
You're driving one of these big F-150 Ford pickups, that's 10,000 hours minimum to get your license.
That'd be funny if like people in smaller cars, you just associated like they're worse drivers. Like, oh, they barely took any training. You know, they barely were able to train. Versus
like-
people in like, you know, pickup trucks or something. It's like, damn, that's like a professional driver up there.
yeah.
A limo driver, it's like, wow.
It's like this person's driving a paper mache car. Stay away from them.
Yeah, that's technically a soapbox.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't let it rain. Don't
the-
get caught in the rain.
the boat motor in it for some reason. It's got the propeller waving in the air.
Well, it's just for show because you know it'd be Flintstone style. You just have to. But you know, like you have a lot of just drivers who don't stop at stop signs. It's no joke. Like I looked at the camera as I said that. I'm serious. Apparently, a puppy was run over right by my house
Oh shit! Okay,
because somebody didn't
okay.
stop at a stop sign. A puppy was run over and killed.
Say no more, Rob. This makes perfect sense now. Why you've been so emotionally invested in the
little bit,
driving. I was
yeah.
like, wow, we're gonna have a whole podcast complaining about drivers, and then
Yeah.
I was like, oh wait, no, Rob had a dog killed right by.
Yeah.
him. So
And
this
so
is the
I'm-
emotional attachment for the viewer.
Yeah.
Now we have a new plot, new storyline.
So I'm changing my last name to Wick, and I'll be, going on a murder spree
Exactly.
of revenge.
Yes. Rob Wick,
Yeah.
dog bounty hunter.
Rob Wick. Yeah. Candle maker. No.
What are you gonna do with the dog killers? When you find them?
You know what I think I'm gonna do? It's gonna be a long,
It's gonna be a
revenge. You know,
long process.
Yeah, I'm gonna force them to find a mate, right?
On like Match.com or
Yeah,
Oh,
go through the long process. I'll be the chaperone on their first dates. Make sure there's a connection.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once they're invested, they're gonna get married. You know, have kids or adopt kids depending on who their mate is.
It's based on beliefs and individual. Okay.
And then I'm gonna make them go on daily Sunday walks.
And
And then just randomly one day I'm just gonna take my car and run over their kids. I feel like that's revenge enough.
Yikes.
That was dark.
No. The thing is, I was hoping it was going there. I wanted the end to be longer because that's my favorite part of the movie.
Right.
That specific part of the movie was too good to be true. I wanted more of it. Do you remember seeing The Lobster when they did that? When they like made people like go on dates together?
So I haven't seen
married.
The Lobster, but
Yeah,
I know
we
the
watched it,
premise.
didn't
I know
we?
the No, I don't think we did.
Oh man,
Right? I
Yeah.
don't think so.
You're basically painting with colors from that movie.
Okay.
They got some stuff going on, like forced mating.
Yeah, but isn't the thing in The Lobster that they're forced to mate and then they become animals?
No. They become animals in
If
The
they
Lobster
don't.
if they don't find a mate at the hotel that they go to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Or
what
we
were you
can
gonna say?
use the forced mating thing that you're bringing up, or the running over their eventual children
Right.
thing, for people learning how to drive.
Yeah.
Let's just put people in driving mates and driving pairs.
Yeah.
So one of you is good at driving in the day, one of you is good at driving at night.
Right.
We do forced mating, but then it makes people better drivers. When
Yeah,
we just
better
do that.
for the environment too.
Could be.
Two people are just sharing one car as opposed to, if I can only drive in the morning.
Well, then your forced driving thing, it should be like buses of people, like minivans, like 6. The families will be 6. 3 men, 3 women, or 4 men,
Gotcha.
2 other men.
2 other men.
3 women, 2 men.
Uh-huh.
And then, on that last one, depends on the day.
Depends. Yeah.
Depends on the day. But we can use that as a way to like get people to cut down fuel costs, like you said, have
sure.
caravans going around.
Absolutely.
To be honest,
Maybe.
I need to buy a new car, and I would love to buy one that has a little bit of space, because I'm like lugging around drums and seats and like crazy shit all the time. Plant materials, plants themselves, tall ones.
What you need is one of those vans with that little cargo area on top. Like, no joke, that's perfect. Except yours would be like 10 feet tall.
The cargo area, like the outside cargo area,
No,
like
you know how,
metal
like,
racks.
No, you know how like on vans on the top they have like that cover that makes it look like if the car had slicked back, long hair or something like that. It's like just on the top and it pops off. Yeah. That.
Okay.
But if you're going to be putting plants in there, it needs to be at least 4 feet tall.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
It would be nice. But I was thinking about like a minivan is kind of serving that purpose. A minivan is pretty big.
Yeah.
It's got some depth, and
Yeah.
if you're going on road trips, really a minivan is what you want. It's really nice to be in a minivan.
Yeah, actually,
because we take those long 6-hour car rides together all the time.
So you're right. Minivan's great.
You should have a strong vote in this.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be sweet to have a minivan all the time, despite the lameness of it in like an everyday situation?
Well, here's the only reason why I hesitate. What would be better, a minivan or a full-on just van? I know people
guess a
hate on
van.
vans all the time.
No,
but,
a van would be the best.
Well,
the best.
But then vans are harder to park than minivans.
They are, but if you had like
Minivans might
multiple
handle
cars,
better.
you'd have to have like a van and then like a Toyota Yaris
That's right.
or Corolla Prius, something. That's how I would want to crack it. I feel like that would be the solution.
What do you call those? What's the official name for those motorcycles with the sidecars? Is that it? Did I just say it?
Those are called nincompoops.
Nincompoop.
Technically, that's the dictionary definition. That's a nincompoop.
You ever heard of a dirt bike? This is called the doofus bike.
No, those things are sidecars. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's no, the...
Sidecars, anything coming to mind?
Yeah.
Buggy? Side buggy?
Maybe. I've actually really wanted one of those.
B-side buggy?
B-side buggy.
Let's come up with a name for it. Fuck the old branding. I want some new branding. Something that's relevant to our ears.
Yeah.
Millennial interests.
Well, what if we called it the tumor? It's kind of like a motorcycle with a side growth.
Okay.
See,
I was trying to go. No. I was trying to come up with some positive association. Like
it is positive. Then every time you ride, you're like, man, you could get cancer at any moment.
Turmeric.
Life is short. Turmeric.
You're going for fucking a tumor. Let's call it the goiter car.
The goiter car.
Let's call it the growth car.
The I could die at any moment car.
Yeah. Besides the existentialism automobile.
Yeah.
We could call it. It's possibly something more positive.
The life cycle.
How about my side dish?
Ooh, I like that.
How about my right hand man?
The side order of fries.
Mm-hmm.
My right hand man. Well, we don't want to exclude women.
How about
my side chick? No, I'm kidding.
How about we call it me and you? You and me.
Yeah.
They only want to roll the dice. Make us 3.
Or we call it the number 2. That's when we can make bank off the Austin Powers, marketing.
Okay, I got you. Well,
the number 2
is you really.
You think Mike Myers would do that commercial?
No, it should be Mini Me.
It should be the Mini Me.
If you're bringing it to number 2.
Right, I keep forgetting number 2 is not. Yeah.
There's number 2 and
Yeah.
there's both.
So
it's funny you said that because I was using Austin Powers to test the video stuff in here yesterday. I was like on Netflix.
Oh, you were?
Or something.
That's
I just
funny.
clicked on it because it's got like kind of colorful looking scenes and whatnot.
Right.
6
Now,
seasons.
you know, it's funny. After our first 2 podcasts, remember you told me that we talked about Austin Powers, and I was like, no, we didn't.
Did we not?
And then now that you just said, I'm like, yeah, now I remember.
Oh, okay.
Like being here is like making me remember. Yeah, we did talk about it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You definitely get triggered with the memories better in here.
Oh, absolutely.
Original setting. I heard that's why you should actually study in different like rooms of the house if you're taking a test, like study in the kitchen, study in the bedroom, because you associate like room factors in with the material. And if you're going to be taking this other room, you try and desensitize to room. It shouldn't matter as much to you.
Or you could just invent, like make a cubicle thing that you can take with you everywhere. And it's an exact replication of the room where you study in.
You mean a walking safe space?
Yeah.
Is basically what you're coming up with.
Yeah. Oh my
Like
God.
some sort of bubble.
Yeah, it's the new version of Bubble People.
You just carry some sort of bubble around with you.
I'm
That
actually
motorcycle idea that we were coming up with, it should be a normal motorcycle,
I like
and
how
then the
you're like
sidecar should be a bubble.
Now it's-
you should be in your
Now
bubble.
it's the motorcycle idea that we've come up with. We're just
yeah.
stealing ideas from people.
Oh, well, we haven't had any business ideas this one, so we have to come up with a business
haven't.
idea every podcast. Yeah,
Well,
so it's going to be the Bubble Sidecar.
The
So it's
Bubble
like a
Sidecar.
normal motorcycle,
Winterproof, waterproof,
right?
summerproof. It's gonna
I
have
would
AC
love-
flowing through in there.
I would love to use a motorcycle in the winter if I had one of those gigantic soft bubbles all around my face and my eyes. So if I do crash or wipe out, I just bounce like playfully into the bubble.
Right, but it doesn't look as cool. You don't look as cool on a motorcycle if you got a giant bubble. So I think it has to be more like a suit.
Oh,
You know
God.
what I mean? That like
If
you
it's
can
a
barely
suit,
tell that it's
you're gonna
on.
look like
It would
Mr.
look
Freeze
freaky
or
as
something.
yeah.
In the winter.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Or some
Have you
serial
seen some of those
killer.
restaurants? They are doing like bubble, patio, gazebo type looking things.
I think I did
Like
see one time,
experiences
but I didn't
within a
really
dome.
notice it. Yeah.
mini dome experiences. That's
It's just,
basically
like,
what we're talking
plastic,
about
right?
on a motorcycle.
Right.
Which I would totally fucking ride that thing in the winter. A hot dome
Absolutely,
on 2
man.
wheels.
Yeah.
Throw that thing on a kickstand. You got me sold. Absolutely.
funny. Can we talk about kickstands for a second?
Sure.
So
I just used the city bike. It had like one of those dual pronged kickstands.
those are awesome. Here's the thing, though. Let me get
okay.
straight to the point. A lot of
Over the top.
hardcore bicyclists, a lot of hardcore cyclists,
Yeah.
they think kickstands are lame.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's so lame.
Because
Like,
it adds weight.
true,
And
but it's like
do you really need your bike to be able to stand up like that?
I do.
It's
Or I don't know,
convenient in
yeah.
the city. If you're popping around on it, you
Of course.
hop off. You don't have something to put it against.
Yeah.
But if you're really doing intense mileage on it, that's
True.
just weight.
You're right,
That's
yeah.
just weight. I actually cut weight from like my keys. I try not to keep any extra key rings, whatever.
Got you.
Same thing for my wallet. I most
Right.
commonly carry like credit cards, cash with like a rubber band around it. Like I don't even want the
Yeah,
weight
yeah, yeah.
of leather like
True.
with me. So I like
I
cut
get
weight
it,
on
I
my
get-
body because I'm
Yeah,
like
yeah,
constantly
yeah.
like throwing my body around.
People like being light.
Right,
True.
so I could see people doing that for their bicycles.
But my thing is like, okay, when's the last time you came in first place in a bike race or something like that? Like,
People be like July.
I just feel
and
like
I want
July.
it to be this upcoming May too. So
no,
please
but
let me-
I really do feel like it's not that much weight. Come on, and I feel like you could get pretty light ones. It's just so convenient. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to put my bike up against something and it's fallen down.
How about this?
Maybe I'm just a noob.
What about if like you live on a third floor walk up and you have to like carry your bike up those 3 floors and you're like, it's the convenience of a kickstand versus the convenience of not carrying it up on my shoulder every day,
True.
5 days a week.
Yeah, but I guess I just always carry my bike up with 2 20-pound sacks on my shoulders. So
You're
I'm
just
just
doing
always like doing extra weight.
Rice bags you're training
Rice
with,
bags, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Trying to do some sort of like
Yep.
weighted vest.
Cooked rice too, so it's a little more mobile. It's just moving all over the place. That didn't make any sense.
See me, I was just jamming my hands in, dry rice buckets and doing like forearm exercises,
That's a funny bit.
doing like the alphabet.
That's a thing, right? Boxers will like punch rice to toughen up their hands. That is a thing.
Is
or
it?
an old school thing.
I've heard stuff like that for
Maybe
baseball.
that's a movie thing, yeah.
Is to put your,
That would
hands
be a
in
good
rice.
joke,
It's like
though.
old school
Somebody doing
training.
it in cooked rice because it's soft. And like,
It would. It would.
yeah. Again,
So we should-
micro bit.
No.
So I like to
That's
call
a
it
total
micro
sketch. You could do a montage of like sports scenes where they're like punching the meat.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they're punching like the half a cow.
Yeah.
But it's like a cooked cow.
The meat's falling off the bone.
Yeah, you're tenderizing it, and it's like it's falling into a
That's
dish.
great. Yeah. Oh
And you're
my
like
God.
serving it to
Yeah.
customers.
Or you're like,
So
That's
cooked
good.
rice, cooked meat. Basically, what else can we come up with? I mean, I
What's
guess you
another-
could. No, you could hit lemons or something. Someone could throw lemons up in the air, and you could hit them like tennis balls.
Right. Or what's the Rocky thing where he cracks the eggs and puts it in the cup? Instead of you drinking it, you just put it into a frying pan and you're cooking it.
No, it's got to be different than that. It still has to go in your mouth somehow.
My point is, it's like it's the tone. Like these are all like tough guy montages. You know, punching dry rice, uncooked rice, and taking 3 raw eggs. It's manly man.
Right.
Then this is like the person who's like, I don't care about being a man. I just want to get all the protein and everything. Like it's almost unnecessary to cook the egg. Not cook the eggs.
So
or
the
something.
Rocky thing, you like crack the eggs, put them in a glass, and then like delicately put on a chef's hat.
Yeah.
And pour them over the frying pan.
Setting a timer and whatnot.
Yeah, carefully checking the time. It's nothing that like takes steam out of a scene like that.
Putting a thermometer in the eggs, it's just about right. Nobody does that.
I always feel super lame when I have to check the time for the podcast. Like it is like that. Like just as bad as that Rocky scene. Like talk about not being a person of action to be like you have to make sure you're all set.
Sorry, it just got me thinking about cooking, man. That's like
Not driving?
that's like the one way to be a noob in cooking when you're timing shit out too much. You watch all these professional chefs.
I think people usually get in bigger trouble not timing stuff, but just timing issues in general.
You're right.
I could say though that people who are like constantly like struggling like checking the time, they might not have the best concept of time to begin with. That's why they're like checking in, because sometimes if you're good with time, you're not even really necessarily referencing your watch all the time.
Yeah.
You can kind of just tell. You have a sense of time that you're keeping more at the forefront of your decision making.
But you could be like also, in my experience, I feel like you could be really good at estimating time only in like this one setting. So like for me, that's when I work. Mm-hmm. So at work, for the listeners, I'm a PE teacher. I have them do warm-ups, so I have a timer going on.
So good, because you got the bell going every hour.
Fucking
asshole. I feel like he's got some sort of internal clock. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
What's funny, it's only for certain time periods. So like I set a timer.
What time do you get the bell?
30 seconds and no, sorry. It's not the bell. We have no bells at our school. We have literal bells. They just don't do anything.
Do you have any timekeeping? Any noise? Our high school played music in between passing periods. For
nothing.
10 minutes.
There's
you got
nothing. Yeah, nothing. I suggested that if I could freestyle rap over some sick beats that I made in between periods, they were like, no, let's just
they
just
said
have
no.
Silence. Yeah, they said no.
And but you said even without money, right? You would do it for free.
Yeah, gratis.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's kind of ridiculous that they wouldn't like accept that wholeheartedly.
I think it's open. Because
with arms wide open.
Administration, they're also aspiring rappers. I think they're just jealous of my flow.
I got you.
Yeah. So
there's like competition.
It is. Yeah.
Well, why didn't you just have like a freestyle battle in between classes and like the teachers could meet?
Well, the problem is with the way they freestyle battle at my school is the loser dies.
Oh, it's
so, yeah,
serious.
It's
serious. Yeah,
and it's the long, slow death that I described earlier. You got to find a mate, make sure you're compatible, and then eventually have seedlings, offspring.
It's that death.
Yeah, so it's a lot of work.
Plus all the onboarding and offboarding for the employees.
Yeah.
In addition
fingerprinting is such a pain in the ass.
The long, slow death process. Yeah, both of those considerations taken in makes much more sense now. Yeah, I would take it easy on it as well. Do you feel like we've properly covered, the driving requirements someone would have to go through? If they got licensed for that dome motorcycle, what would they need?
The dome
What kind
cycle.
of licensing would you need? Do you still have to do the video game simulator you were trying to get everyone to do earlier? Or?
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm saying about the simulator. With the simulator, you can put in any actual scenario that might be real. So, like you're pulling up to a stop sign and you think nobody's around, but then all of a sudden this kid runs like across the street,
Oh no.
Like, yeah. And, just like I feel like the driving test, you don't really, maybe that's cruel. Like,
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't know.
Being out on the street, like an actual driving test, and they have people posted to just like throw shit at your car or something to see how you react.
That's true. It could happen that way. I feel like the car should just have like some electric shock in the seat, and all of a sudden some water sprays you in the face. Like I feel like the car itself should just be equipped to throw obstacles at you. Because honestly, if you're driving, the obstacle's going to come from within the car. You know, one of your kids is going to throw something at the other one, and then it's going to end up landed up by you.
Yeah. So before you take the test, they have to put 2 coffees in the little cup holder things here. It's got to be like an old McDonald's bag on the dash, right? It's a bunch of things to pop out at you.
A plastic grocery bag gets sucked up into the window.
Right.
All of a sudden, a water bottle gets thrown under the gas. So when you go to hit the gas, you go to hit the brake, the water bottle is being hit. So you can kind of gas, kind of brake, but kind of not do either.
I've had to do that so many times.
You're undoing your belt buckle. You're taking the cassette out.
Then as
trying to get the
test
cigarette
is
lighter
over, a carjacker suddenly appears from right behind you.
You know, it happens to me every time I drive.
But in all seriousness, I think that driver's test should be just like how well you pay attention, how quickly you do things. Like sometimes people like stop. I might be the crazy one, but sometimes people stop too long at stop signs. Sometimes they wait too long to drive when it's a green light, and I just think all of these things add up, and we have to think about like how irritating are we being to other people. Our goal as drivers is to just like try and diminish like and decrease all the irritation so that we can all be safe out there.
It's the inefficiencies that's killing you.
It is.
It
is. It's just like
it's those small moments of inconvenience that make you just fucking.
This is why I've been trying to meditate every day, because one thing that drives me fucking nuts, man, I swear to God, is when I'm driving behind someone and we come up to like a major or minor intersection, and usually it's a major intersection,
and then someone rips a fart.
Yeah,
that exact thing.
They get out of their car, just go right up to the window, that
they tap
the nice face, and then they just rip one right in my car, No, but it's when we come up to a stoplight, and then right as the light turns green, they don't go. So I'm like about to honk, but then they put on their left turn signal.
Okay.
So like you've been waiting at this light, and then now that the light turns green, you decide to put your turn signal on. And in the meantime, 3 other cars are like going past me.
Because people are looking down at their phones all the time too.
That's what I'm saying.
The worst thing.
Yeah.
Someone's like looking up directions for where to go.
Yeah.
In that moment. So the second they pulled up the direction, the light turns green. It's like you have to turn. It's like, oh shit.
But it's like that happens so much around here, man.
Yeah, I believe it.
It's insane.
Well,
and anyway.
That's why we're gonna let the robots drive.
I'm
down for that.
I get anxiety about that.
The second we're allowed to, I'm gonna let it happen.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a while for me to trust that.
Fine, let's go to the robots cooking you perfect eggs.
How are they beta testing that though? Self-driving cars,
Just I think they took some Matchbox cars and put like little tiny electric motors.
They got some plastic bubbles.
Yeah, they have Hot Wheels that they beta tested first. They started small and then just got bigger and bigger.
Wait,
then they were doing remote control RC cars.
Isn't there an actual like Hot Wheels like museum? It's like a life-size. Maybe that's a business idea.
The museum is life-size, or the Hot Wheels are life-size, meaning that they're cars. It's a car museum. What the fuck about that is life-size?
No, imagine like
which element is life-size?
It'd have to be a theme park. So all the NASCARs are like life-size, but it's just all on.
But they're still.
You go in and it's.
They're still Hot Wheels, so they're just like a single piece of metal as the dashboard. It's not actual components. So it's like life-size, but it's still a metal car.
And if the AC is ever out in the museums, like nobody can attend. Cars are too hot.
Yeah, those things would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Little griddles, basically. Hot griddles.
Little what? Oh, I thought you said
little griddles.
Griddles.
I chose the most confusing way to say that possibly. Some searing hot cast iron. How about that?
I like that.
They don't use iron for them though. It's more of a.
Well, it'd be searing Hot Wheels. You just have to add on to the existing name.
They do call them Hot Wheels. You're right.
Do they? They do, right? I'm not big. Yeah.
Yeah, Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
Matchbox.
Right, cool. Wheels with a Z, right?
If you were going to start
2 H's and 1 Z. Wheels.
Can we do a couple more business propositions just to make sure I stay on my branding?
Yeah.
And
let's try and
what
do
this
3
is trying
each.
to accomplish.
You first.
I'm going to start with some sort of car-based toy.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do, the toy is going to be a car that you have to like take out the carburetor on, take out the engine, change the oil. It's kind of like playing Operation, but it's for a car.
Yeah.
So you're a mechanic as opposed to Operation.
Mechanoperation.
It's called Mechanic. That's the game.
Cool.
Send me a check, Hasbro.
So it's
send me a check. You know the
it's
address.
training
You know my
for
business
life.
address.
It's a life skill you're learning. Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
That's an educational business idea. All right, let's see. Well, I already off mic a couple days ago. I told you about my idea.
Oh, you're recycling? Come on, well, fresh ideas, fucker. Well, no, you can give it away if you feel like it's still got.
No,
legs.
this is in addition to that
Let's hear
one.
it.
No, I'm
What
kidding.
is it?
I'm just making it up on the spot.
No, you can give us the old one, the old crusty idea.
I'm not gonna give it to you now that you just shat on it. I gotta come up with a fresh one.
Yeah.
So
An idea machine.
yeah, this one is a tube, plastic tube,
Okay.
right? Winterproof, waterproof,
Okay.
everything proof.
Nice.
That
Tubing.
attaches to your car,
Okay.
right? And you have to have a sunroof on your car. That way, in the winter, you can just, and then you're there in your car. Don't even have to wear a jacket outside. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So
I
I
was
was
trying to hurry up with these ideas.
for
That was
everyone-
a shit idea.
For everyone listening,
But-
I'm in the room with Rob, and he did do some gesturing while making that sound effect, but it in no way made it clear to tell what the hell he was talking about.
Well, that's how you know you successfully went in the car. It goes. It makes that, yeah.
It sounded like a good noise.
You
like
can
a product,
customize it too.
a buy this product noise.
Yeah,
it definitely
you can
sounded like that.
customize though. It can be Mario going wahoo, or anybody.
But what is accomplishing getting you in the car like that? What is doing? What do you mean? Something
Oh,
gets
it's
you in
air.
the
It's
car?
an air pressurized tube. It just,
So it's like at the bank
almost
how
like
they
sucks you
have
in.
those tubes
Yeah,
that suck
yeah.
the checks
Yeah.
from your car to the inside.
call
Wow.
it the Huma tube.
That it's human sized. That's
Yeah.
like a science fiction, classic future
is.
science fiction.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
I'm down with that.
Cool. So then my second idea. No, I'm kidding. All right, so that's one.
Okay.
One for one. You're up.
My idea
just do
is
two.
it's gonna be like a giant spoon. Basically, it's gonna be much sharper. So the spoon, the spoon edge is gonna be like a sharp edge.
I actually like that
And
idea
it's
a lot.
specifically, it's going to be a tool that can be used for multiple things, but I'm going to use it to clean the final amount of wax out of the bottom of a candle.
Interesting.
You know, when you buy
okay.
a candle and you can't get that final amount of wax out of the bottom.
Right.
This
Yeah.
giant sharp
Yeah.
spoon will just fucking scrape the shit out of that wax.
Got you. Cool.
Right out of the glass.
Nice.
So you make sure you get all the wax out. You can recycle the glass after.
And it's good. It still has a dull edge, right? Because you need that dull edge to scrape.
No, it's not dull. It's a sharp edge.
No, but you're. So I thought that you're saying basically you
the
have
scraping is going
a
to be like
spoon.
almost like a knife scraping.
This is going to be cost effective too, because I thought you said you're going to have a regular spoon that just has one side like straightened, and that side is so that way you can still scoop and eat, but you can also cut if you need to. It's like the side that goes towards you would
that's
still
your
be
idea.
a regular spoon.
No, that's great. What you just heard, that's another one right there.
Yeah.
We can have a whole line of cutlery.
Yeah.
I don't
for
see
sure.
any reason why we shouldn't.
Spoon butter knives. No, I'm kidding.
But that multi-purpose spoon that I was describing, the sharp spoon, I'm gonna use that for something else too.
That's a
Use for
legit idea.
gardening, you name it.
I was just gonna, as a joke, when you describe them like, so a shovel.
It is kind of like a mini.
This thing has multiple uses though.
Sure.
Prison
Scalping a
shank. Yeah.
human, scalping another individual. They're taking someone's brain out of their head. It would basically be just scooping brains out of someone's head for zombies. I'm gonna sell it like to the zombie market as a joke. Like I'm gonna market it to zombies. It's
Apocalypse cutlery.
yeah, it's a zombie spoon.
Oh my God, yes.
James Smith Gratton's zombie spoon.
That's amazing.
Any
Perfect for poached brain.
I like to fry my brain, you know.
Cool. Saute.
If you're a poached guy, but I'm more of a fryer.
What would be the funniest way that a zombie would cook a brain?
Probably
Spitfire
steamed.
roast, right?
Steamed.
Steamed, yeah, you're right.
It's so slimy and disgusting. The brain.
Because you need patience to steam something,
Yeah, and just like
know?
the specialized equipment or
right?
using steam as a method just to like make
steamer.
it gentler to
Do
not
people
use.
steam meat?
Yeah.
Because brains is considered a meat.
Yes.
Piece of protein.
People, you can steam anything, fry anything, bake anything. I don't know how common people steam meat. Some
Well, there's
form
like-
of must happen. I feel like I'm trying to think what would be the best kind of steam meat or most common kind. It's not fish.
I don't even. Yeah. No, you're right. People more
Steam
likely
fish?
steam fish
I don't know.
because like,
Gentle,
the problem
'cause
is,
it's
I
like-
think when you steam meat, it turns like gray. You know, it looks like pretty
Right.
ugly.
Well, because
It's like, oh yeah,
it is an ugliness thing. But sometimes when you boil or steam meats, they do have a delicious quality because you're not losing
Yeah, you're right.
grease or you're not forming those brown
Well, also if you
carcinogens,
use
basically,
high
unfortunately.
heat, yeah. But if you use a high heat, you break down some of those I don't know what the correct term is, but
Those delicious gray molecules.
those gray molecules, the gray molecules.
You lose those delicious gray bits, those tasty gray bits from your steamed meat.
Hey, that's another business idea. Restaurant
Steamed
called
clams?
Gray Bits.
Oh god, that's funny.
It's a Halloween themed restaurant.
No, I was gonna say it could be like a troll restaurant. It's called Gray Bits, and all the food looks like shit.
Yeah.
Everything almost looks like it has hairs in it, but it's really just.
But it's a 4-star Michelin restaurant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a bunch of hairs in your dish, but it's really like corn threading, or like the corn fibers from the husks.
Yeah.
That repurpose, get really steamed down.
We could easily get some really snobby rich people to invest in that place.
Gray Bits.
Everybody's always looking to be on the frontier of the first cool thing.
Why would you? In what way would you ever want to go to a restaurant named Gray Bits? That's Gray.
Because it has
the
marijuana
worst.
in it too. Yeah.
So it's just gonna be we're drug dealers.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Cool.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time. We'll be talking about how Gray Bits the debut went.
We'll be also talking about how we killed off all of our enemies within the first week of our operation.
With that zombie spoon.
The zombie spoon. Yeah.
See ya.
Oh, are we ending for real?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
You got to go.
Okay, cool. Is it time? Damn.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah,
it's time.
okay.
I'm sorry. I was being serious.
Okay.
I did.
Yeah, well, see, that's how
See,
much fun I'm having. I'm just I got to go.
No, we did fly. Yeah. This is a short
Yeah.
one. We got 43 minutes or something.
Cool.
But
Okay.
we got what we needed. You need to transfer the video to me, too.
Right.
So that's part of the
Okay, so
calculation.
All right, well.
Folks, once we have our own video cameras, we'll be able to do another 2-3 minutes of podcasting every episode. Viewers like you have contributed to... Just check in everywhere. Bye, everyone.
See ya.